guys, it's Eliza here. Welcome. If you don't know me, I am a yoga instructor and spin instructor at Chatham. And today I've got a little 30 minutes or so power flow for you. If we have never met, I can be a little intense. So know that you can always take it down a notch if you want. First and foremost, always listen to your body. If something is not working for you, try something else. We're going to begin on our backs. Eyes closed. If you prefer a seated meditation, that's totally fine. Close your eyes. And just begin to notice your breath. Not changing anything just yet. And take a deep breath in through your mouth. Open. Let something go. It's time to take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth. Let something go. Begin to seal off your lips. Cultivating Ujjayi Pranayama. It's that Darth Vader oceanic-like breath. The breath that will carry you throughout your whole practice. Just remind yourself that you can always come back to this place, this little well of calm that exists inside of you. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your eyes if they're closed. Bring your arms and legs long on the mat, coming into a little good morning stretch. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Rock from side to side. Maybe take some circles. We're going to begin here by warming up our core. So small movements at first, bringing into a little bit more bigger, more intense movements. So bend your legs to about 90 degrees, arms down by your side. And I just want you to think about your pelvis here. So untuck your pelvis, letting your back arch off the mat, and then tuck your pelvis, bringing your back flat to the mat. Untuck, feeling that space between the mat and your lower back, and then tuck again. And then stay right there in that tucked position with your lower back flat to the mat. That's going to help you engage your core, drawing your belly button in towards your spine. That's also going to help protect your lower back a little bit. So let's just begin with some toe touches here. So slowly, gently dropping your big toes down to the mat, coming right back up. So as you exhale, drop your toes down to the mat. Inhale, come right back up. And if you notice that your lower back is starting to pop off as you bring your big toes down, don't go down as far. You can limit your range of motion. We're just really trying to engage these transverse abdominals here, these lower muscles of our abdominals. So connecting your breath with your movement. And if this feels enough for you, if this feels intense enough for you, stay here. But if you want to take it up a notch, you're going to bring your hands back behind your head, and you're going to begin to deepen your crunch by bringing your forehead to your knees, really crunching in. And as you exhale, sending your big toes back down to the mat. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, bring it down. So really try to accentuate this movement. Bring your shoulder blades up off the mat, maybe more than you think you should. Really crunching into that tight little ball. Draw your belly button to your spine. Coming back out. Let's do that again. This time you're going to hold in. So just breathing here. Trying to get your shoulder blades up off the mat one more inch. Tuck in a little bit more. And then on inhale, you're going to straighten out both your arms and your legs, coming into like a hollow body hold. So this is an intense movement. So now if you want to take it down a notch, you can bring your arms down by your side. If you want to take it up a notch, arms can go up above your head. Trying to always keep that lower back flat on the mat. Breathe. I know it sucks. You got this. One more deep breath in and exhale. We're going to do that one more time. On your inhale, arms and legs go long. Arms either down by your side, abs above you. Maybe you take your legs a little bit lower towards the mat this time. Ooh, breathe. All right, little pulse up, little pulse down. Just those legs, up and down. 5, 4, you can do it. 3, 2, squeeze that butt. 1, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. All right, core is warm for sure by now. Let's just take a quick second here to fire up our obliques as well. So arms back behind your head, legs are gonna go long this time, high up to the sky. You're gonna drop your right leg towards the mat, letting it hover, bringing your right knee to your left, your right shoulder to your left knee as you exhale, switch. So you're trying to bring that shoulder to your knee rather than your elbow. So really think about crunching, crossing through your body, trying to engage those internal and external obliques. Exhales will crunch you to one side. Inhales will bring you back to the center. I also want you to think here about slow and controlled, all right? If you've been to my class before, you know how I feel about it. I don't want you to try to think about jerking through the movement. Really move slowly. The benefit of that is that you can actually think about your mind-body connection, right? Really think about crunching through these obliques, crossing through your body. And on top of it, it makes it a little harder. Exhale. One more each side. All right, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Begin to rock forward and back the length of your mat. Eventually, you'll cross at your ankles, make your way to all fours. No rush. Just arrive when you get there. From all fours, check in quickly with your alignment. So release your shoulders away from your ears. As we become fatigued, we tend to creep up. So release your shoulders away from your ears. Shoulders are stacking right over your wrists. Knees are stacking right underneath your hips. And then press your palms into the mat, really pushing through each knuckle. Take a deep breath. Inhale, drop your belly, let your gaze go up. Cow pose. Exhale, round your spine. Cat pose. Do that again. Taking those cat-cows on your own breath, your own movement. Inhales will drop your belly. Exhales will round your spine. Maybe you take some hip shifts from side to side. Maybe you notice all the cat hair underneath your couch. I need to vacuum underneath my couch. Maybe you send it back towards child's pose just a little bit. Just bringing some articulation, some movement into your spine. Isn't articulation such a fun word? All right, let's take a thread the needle here. Inhale your right arm high up to the sky. As you exhale, bring your right arm underneath you. Let that right ear rest on the mat. Feeling that stretch through your right shoulder blade. If you're not feeling that, send your bottom back a little bit more. On your next inhale, unthread that right arm. Place your right hand down on the mat. Inhale your left arm high up to the sky. Let's do that on the other side. Threading your left arm underneath your body. Let your left ear rest on the mat. Finding that sensation to the back of your left shoulder blade. Inhale your left arm back up to the sky. Place your hands down on the mat. Tuck your toes. Send your hips up to the sky. Downward dog. Pedal it out. All right, first dog here in our little video. So let's check in. Feet are about hips width distance apart. Release your shoulders away from your ears, and your hands are about shoulders distance apart. And then think about pressing in through each knuckle and really emphasize that forefinger and your thumb. It's going to help protect some of your wrists, take some of the weight off your wrists. Again, release your shoulders away from your ears. And then remember your core. Draw your belly button in towards your spine. So when people say engage your core, that's kind of what they're talking about. Think about sucking in just a second. Imagine as if someone kind of punched you in the stomach. I just drooled on my mat just a little bit. So FYI, look towards the top of the mat. Slowly walk towards the top. Once you get there, inhale, halfway lift. Make that number 7 with your spine. So think here about that cow back. Your shoulder blades are coming together. You're looking right where that yoga mat meets the floor. That way you're protecting your neck. And then as you exhale, forward fold. Toe heel your feet apart. Grab opposing elbows. And really just let your head hang. Let gravity do the work. Feel that release through the back of your hamstrings, your lower back. Release your elbows. Toe heel your feet back together. Think about your big toes touching and a little space between your heels. Inhale your arms all the way up to the sky. Hands hands come to heart center. Close your eyes. Take a second. Acknowledge that you're here. You did it. You got to your mat. You turned the TV, the screen, the computer, whatever it is on, and you're here. Way to go, you. Open your eyes. Sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Grab your left wrist. Take a side bend over towards the right. Inhale back through center. Grab your right wrist. Take a side bend over towards the left. Inhale back through center. Cactus out your arms. Let your head fall back. Feel that release through your lower back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Make that number 7 with your spine. Place your hands down on the mat, stepping your feet back. We're coming to our plank pose. So know that you can always modify this by dropping down to your knees. And just a friendly reminder, modifications don't mean that you're weak. It means you're listening to your body, okay? If you're with me up on your toes, you're going to rock your body weight forward. Slowly, we're going to descend all the way down to our bellies this time, okay? Slow, slow, slow. Trying not to let gravity do the work. Once you hit your belly, inhale, find a little cobra. So feel that lower back doing a little bit of the work here. Tuck your toes. Send your hips back up to the sky. Downward dog. Pedal it out. That's called our Sun A. We're going to do that one next time a little bit more intensely. If you prefer this modified version, please feel free to take it. Look towards the top of the mat. Hop or step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise. Sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Drop your right arm. Look up at your left elbow. This time I want you to hang tight here for a second. Really reach that right arm down your right leg, accentuating that bend through your left side. Popping that left hip out a little bit more. And if you notice that left shoulder kind of collapsing in, rotate it out a little bit more. Inhale back through center. Drop your left arm. Now look up at your right elbow. Really accentuate this movement again. So pop that right hip out. Try to open up through your right shoulder. Inhale back through center. Cactus at your arms. Let your head fall back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Place your hands down on the mat. Step your feet back, coming back to your high plank pose. And this time we're going to take our traditional chaturanga. So check in here real quick with your alignment and our plank. A lot of times people let their hips sag down. I want you to think about bringing your hips, about in line with your shoulders. So the reason for that is that's going to help protect your lower back, most importantly. Second of all, it also helps to engage your core a little bit more. So think here about tucking that pelvis again. Squeeze your booty together. Rock your body weight forward. Now you're going to bend your arms to about 90 degrees. Letting your body hover above the mat. Inhale. Tops of the feet come flat for your up dog. Open up through your shoulder blades. Tuck your toes. Send your hips back up to the sky. Downward dog. All right, let's do that again. We're going to take this next one a little bit faster. Look towards the top of the mat. Hop or step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise. Sweep your arms all the way up. Grab your left wrist. Take a side bend over towards the right. Inhale back through center. Grab your right wrist. Side bend over towards the left. Inhale back through center. Bring your hands back behind you. Take a bind. Clasp your fingers together. Feel that opening through your chest. And then release your bind. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Place your hands down on the mat. Step your feet back. Getting ready for your chaturanga. Rock your body weight forward. Arms bend to about 90 degrees. Elbows in really close by your sides. Inhale. Shine your heart for your up dog. Tuck your toes. Send your hips back up to the sky. Downward dog. All right, let's move on. Look towards the top of the mat. Hop or step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Sink your hips. Utkatasana, chair pose. All right, so if you've done any yoga before, you probably know this pose. You might hate it. I hate/love it. So let's check in just real quick here. Think about, again, that booty is sticking out a little bit here. You're going to tuck that pelvis in. Draw your belly button in towards your spine. And then sit a little bit deeper than you want to, right? That's kind of the goal of this pose. It's a powerful pose. You're trying to engage these glutes, sending your weight back towards your heels. If you're good right here, you can keep your hands at heart center. If you want to take it up just a notch, you can bring your hands up to the sky. Never have to. Sometimes that booty sticks out a little bit when we do that. So if you find that happening, tuck it back in again. All right. Be okay with being uncomfortable. It is a power flow, so we knew we were here for some power. You're going to pick up your left foot. You're gonna step it back behind you, coming into a quick little crescent lunge. As you inhale, you're gonna pick it back up. Now you're gonna switch. Right foot comes right back behind you. Inhale, exhale. So you're just picking up each foot, alternating. We don't have to be on the same one together, that's okay. As you pick up that foot, notice if your weight is rocking from side to side. There's gonna be a little movement, but try to minimize a lot of rock. Trying to get that core to work for you. Draw that belly button in towards the spine. One more each side. If your hands are up in the sky, bring them to heart center. Let's take a little twist. We're back in our chair pose. Left elbow hooks on right knee. Press those palms together. All right, so a lot of times here we bend forward. Try to bring your heart up a little bit more, sending your weight back in towards your heels. Inhale back through center. Right elbow hooks on left knee. Press your palms together. Pick up that heart a little bit. Send your weight back towards your heels. Inhale back through center. You're like, how much longer can we be in this chair pose? I know. Heart up a little bit higher. Tuck that pelvis in a little bit more. Sit a little deeper. Ah! Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Place your hands down on the mat. Step your feet back. Taking your vinyasa, that high to low push-up, or skipping it. So your vinyasa is that chaturanga to up dog to down dog, just in case you don't know. Now you know. All right, inhale your right leg high up to the sky. Open up your dog. Make it feel good. So bring your heel to your bottom. Feel that opening through your quad, your hip flexor. And then try to square that right shoulder back off to the mat. So you're opening through your hips, but you're squaring off through the shoulders. Now, listen up. Bring your right knee to your right tricep. Try to make a connection. And then slowly, this part sucks, slide your knee down to your wrist, back up to your tricep, oh, and back up to your three-legged dog. Open it up. Let's do that again. Right knee to right tricep. I know you're like, no, let's not. We're going to. Slide it down to your wrist. Back up to your tricep. Back up to your three-legged dog on an inhale. Open it up. One more time. Right knee to right tricep. Slide it down to your wrist. Back up to your tricep. Whoo! Back up. Open up that dog. Take a second. Take your breath. Now plant your right foot. We're rising up to a warrior one on an inhale. All right, first, before our hands get up, let's check in real quick. So with warrior one, your feet are trying to square off to the front of the mat. So think about your feet being on railroad tracks rather than a balance beam. You got space between your feet. So space between your feet. You're pushing through that left blade edge of your knife, or gosh, wow. You're pushing through that left knife blade edge of your foot. So think about pushing back into that. And then also conversely, that knee is trying to track, that right knee is trying to track over your right ankle, okay? So this is a powerful pose. There's a reason it's called warrior. Once you got that, inhale your arms high up to the sky. Try to sink a little bit deeper. Think about bringing that thigh parallel to the ground. We're gonna get a little bit of relief here. On an inhale, you're gonna open up sky archer. So sweep your right arm up to the sky and adjust your feet just a little bit. Right toes are gonna point to the front of the room. And you're gonna bring your feet probably a little bit closer, finding space through that left side body, or right side body, excuse me. Let that left hand trail down your left leg. Arms are gonna come out to a T. You're gonna get ready to bump into a triangle. So bump that left hip back. Find space through this right side body, which just means I don't want you to try not to collapse all that weight. So gently try to just place that right hand down on your right shin. Sweep your left arm up to the sky, and then tuck your pelvis in, rotating a little bit more. Check in, micro bend in these knees at all times, so you're trying not to fully lock out. Release your shoulders away from your ears, and with each exhale, twist a little bit deeper. All right, hands are gonna come to heart center. We're coming into a twisted prayer lunge. So hands come to heart center. You're on the ball of your left foot. Draw that left kneecap up. Hook your left elbow on your right knee. Find this rotation. Push your palms together to help engage those biceps. And if you notice that left shoulder kind of creeping up, release it a little bit more. Place your left hand down on the mat. We're coming to a side plank. So pick your right foot up. Ooh. Right arm comes up to the sky. All right, so check in here with your alignment. Shoulder is stacking over your wrist. If you want to intensify, you can pick up that top right leg, But whatever you're doing, just try not to let that left hip sag down. So really think about using that left oblique to help you push up. It's like you're a rainbow. If this is too much, you can always drop it down to your left knee. Wherever you are, breathe. Okay, we're in our side plank. You're just gonna give me up an inch, down an inch. Woo, up an inch, down an inch. One more, up an inch, down an inch. Place your right hand down on the mat. Take your vinyasa if you want it, or skip it, your call. All right, left side, here we come. Inhale your left leg high up to the sky. Open up your dog. I'm not gonna forget those taps. I know you want me to forget the taps. I wanna forget the taps. Check in with your shoulder blade here, right? So you're opening up your dog. You're bringing your heel to your bottom, but you're trying to square that left shoulder off towards the mat. Now, left knee comes to left tricep. As you exhale, make that connection. Slide your knee down to your wrist. It's a humdinger, but you got it. Back up to your tricep. Oh, I'm shaking. Inhale back up to your three-legged dog. Open up. Open up that dog. Now, as you exhale, left knee to left tricep. Slide it down on your wrist. Back up your tricep. Oh, inhale back up to the sky. Open up your dog. One more time. Left knee, left tricep. Slide it down your wrist. Back up your tricep. Woo! Inhale back up. All right. Left knee or left foot comes up to your left foot comes up to your left hand. We're rising up to a warrior one on the left side. So let's see if I can say it this time, right? You're pushing through the knife blade edge of your right foot. I got it. Your feet are on railroad tracks. So try to separate space between your feet. That way you can square your hips off a little bit more. Also, the bigger hip space you have, the easier it is to bring that thigh parallel to the ground. Once you feel okay here, inhale your arms high up to the sky. Find that warrior. Getting ready to come into our sky archer. So right arm is sweeping back behind you. Maybe you bring your feet a little bit closer together. Left toe is pointing to the front of the room. Right toe is pointing to the right side of the room. Sometimes yoga feels like Twister, does it not? Yeah. Left arm sweeps up to the sky. Right hand trails back behind you. Oh, feel that space through your left side body. I almost said body. Your body. Arms come out to a T. Bump your hips back. Remember, we're finding space through this left side body. So you're not going to just collapse. You're just going to gently place that left hand down on your shin. Right arm sweeps up to the sky. Rotate through that torso a little bit more. Now we're coming to that twisted prayer lunge. Hands come to heart center. You're going to come to the ball of your right foot. Again, feel free to adjust your feet here. Maybe take up a little bit more space. Right elbow is going to hook on your left knee. Draw that right kneecap up. Push through that right heel a little bit more. If you notice that right shoulder kind of creeping up, push it down. And now we come to our side planks. Right hand comes down. Left foot comes back to meet your other foot. Left arm sweeps up to the sky. Side plank. So that right hand is down. We're using our right side body here. Remember, you always have options. If you want to intensify, top foot comes up. If you want to take it down, drop that knee. Wherever you are, rainbow that hip up and then check in with your alignment too. Shoulder is stacking over your wrist. It's going to help you protect your joints a little bit more. Now here comes that hip pulse. Down an inch with that hip, up an inch with that hip. Down an inch with that hip, up an inch. One more. Place your left hand down. Take your vinyasa or skip it, your call. We're meeting up in a downward dog. All right, from downward dog, pedal it out, take a breath. We're gonna add in a little bit of intensification here. Now you don't have to. If you wanna take a child's pose right now, by all means. It's just a YouTube video, right? You can do whatever you want. But if you're with me in downward dog, I want you to slowly walk your feet a little bit closer towards your hands, trying to stack your shoulders over your wrists. We're just gonna take little donkey kicks here. I say just, but sometimes this can be like that oh crap moment. So be okay getting a little uncomfortable here. You're gonna just gently kick your heels to your bottom. So maybe you hang for a second. Maybe you don't. That's okay. It's getting that heart rate up a touch. Maybe it's just a little kick. That's all right. Or maybe it's more. Maybe you fall out of it. That's okay too. I promise I've never seen anybody die doing these. So it's not going to be you. One more. All right, child's pose. Breathe. Deep breath. Good work. We're going to do that one more time all the way through. I know you're like, oh gosh, really? Yes. I'm going to do a yin video too. So if you're looking for that relaxation, there's another 30-minute video coming at you. Take a breath. You got this. Remember, you clicked play on a power flow. You knew it was going to be powerful. So let's do this thing. One more time. All the way through. Look towards the top of the mat. Hopper step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Utkatasana, chair pose. Hands up to the sky, or maybe to your heart center. Pick your poison. Pick up your left foot, come back to that crescent. Pick up your right foot, come to that crescent. Just alternate, slow and controlled. Trying not to rock too much. One more each side. Hands come to heart center. Let's take a twist. Left elbow hooks on right knee. Inhale back through center. Right elbow hooks on left knee. Inhale back through center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Place your hands down on the mat. Take your vinyasa or skip it, your call. If you're jumping back, make sure you bend those elbows, protecting your joints. All right, inhale your right leg high to the sky. We're skipping the opening of the dog. So bring your right knee to your right tricep. Slide down to your wrist. Back up to your tricep. Inhale, back up. 2 more times. Right knee to right tricep. Slide it down. Back up to your tricep. 1 more time. Knee to tricep. Slide it down. Back up. Inhale. Plant your right foot. We're rising up to our warrior 1. On an inhale. Opening up, sky archer. Sweep your right arm up to the sky. Find length through that right side body. Getting ready to tip into our triangle. Arms bump out. Left arm sweeps up to the sky. Hands come to heart center. Twisted prayer, lunge. Left elbow hooks on right knee. Push. Now left hand comes down. Side plank. Right arm swoops up to the sky. Rainbow up. Use those left obliques. This is the last time we're doing it. Place your right hand down on the mat. Take your vinyasa or skip it. All right, left leg. Here we go. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. As we exhale, left knee to tricep. Slide down to your wrist. Back up to your tricep. Inhale, back up to the sky. Knee to tricep. Down to the wrist. Back up. 3-legged dog. One more time. Left knee to tricep. Slide it down to your wrist. Back up to your tricep. Inhale, back up. All right, plant your left foot. We're rising up to a warrior 1 on an inhale. Inhale, warrior 1. Open up, sky archer. Straighten out. Getting ready to tip into your triangle. Arms come out to a T. Bump your hips back. Find space. Twisted prayer lunge. Hands come to heart center. Right elbow hooks on left knee. Side plank. Right hand comes down. Left arm sweeps up to the sky. Rainbow those hips up. And place your left hand down. Take that one last vinyasa. Meeting me up in a child's pose. All right. Deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth. Sigh it out. I've been making this joke for years. I still think it's funny. This is like the horror movie moment, okay? You think it's over, but there's somebody waiting in the closet for you, and that somebody is me. So we have a little bit more work to do, okay? We're gonna do one little final forearm plank. I promise. You've got this. Okay, you got it. I just wanted to get all up in your face to make sure you know you got this. It's a forearm plank. You got options. You can always do it on your knees if you don't know what that looks like. Right here like that, okay? Just make sure wherever you are, bottom is not sagging down. If you need a hand plank instead because you've got some type of elbow issues, go for it, okay? Here we go. I've got my eyes on the timer, I promise you. If you're popping up to your toes, let's do it down. All right, let's do the checklist. Check in, make sure your bottom is in line with your shoulders, not too far up, and not sagging down for sure, okay? Push up. So don't let those shoulder blades sag together. Pushing up is gonna help you protect your joints, and it's also gonna help you utilize that shoulder girdle a little bit more. Now check in with your core. Tuck that pelvis in, squeeze your booty a little bit, draw your belly button in towards your spine, and make sure you're breathing. Check in, chin's not coming too far out or too far in. Neutral spinal alignment. Breathe. You have permission to breathe through your mouth. Remind yourself that you have done harder things than this forearm plank. I promise you that. All right, on my cue, you're not going to be done. If you need to take a break, do it. Come back up to this forearm plank. But on my cue, you're going to lift your hips up an inch and down an inch. Not a big range of motion here, just a little bit. Up, down. One more. Up, down, hold. This is it. Last 5 breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more big breath. Drop it down. Child's pose. Deep breath into the nose. Open mouth. Let it go. Deep breath into the nose. Open mouth. Let it go. All right, friends. I'm sweating. I'm feeling a little fatigued. I hope you are too. If you are looking for more of a relaxation or a little stretch, I'm going to do a yin video as well. Yin is just like stretching basically, but holding it for longer. So look for that coming at you soon. Otherwise, I hope you are having a great day, a great week. I know these are crazy times, so I'm thinking of all of you. I hope to see you soon. Bye, guys.